Hey y'all, welcome back to SJGames Live. My name's Hunter,
And I'm Jimmy.
and we are having a dice extravaganza to
Ooh.
start the month off. So it is October. We've got some kind of spooky new dice and some regular new dice that just have hit the scene. We wanted to show off a lot of those new dice on stream, and thought the best way of doing that was just have the dice here. We dump them out, show you guys those,
Yeah.
and we're gonna play some games with them with Random Fun Generator 2. This was our most recent Random Fun Generator book. You may remember Random Fun Generator 1. We've had both of these on the stream at different points. We've started actually a trend kind of. These books have started our dice games, our game book trend, because we now do stuff like Roll the Deck, which recently did really well on
Yeah.
Kickstarter actually. We were extremely happy with that one, and hopefully keep doing more of those type of game books.
But I like these are really like if you're a dice goblin, like you have a high dice hoard, perfect justification for your dice collection.
Yeah, there's tons of games in here. We'll throw some cool examples out there. A couple of our favorites. If you've tuned in before, you may have seen us play this, but it's been quite a while. So if you haven't seen it, now's a good time to check it out. This is also available on Warehouse 23 now. We got our new dice here. This is kind of stuff that just dropped this week, literally a few days ago. So
Okay,
these
cool.
are the first time I've actually gotten my hands on them.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna save my favorite ones to the end here, but we're gonna do some close-ups on these dice because I want to show them off. First up, we've got our Meeple Dice. So Meeple Dice are, if you don't know what a Meeple is that little dude that's in some board games. They're like a
Little player token.
little player token
Yeah.
guy. They look like
Show the one. It's easier
yeah,
to see the shape on the one.
sorry. There's the one. Sorry, I forgot the one was gigantic. So that's what a meeple looks like generally. We've had these in like Hack and Slash has a bunch of meeples in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So you may have seen these before, and we've sold some other ones like the Munchkin meeples.
And they're pretty common across Euro
Yep.
style games, that sort of thing.
Exactly. So we have a whole series of these dice in different colors. Silver is the newest edition. This just dropped again this week.
Cool.
We've got our series of Dragon and Skull dice, which you may have seen in multicolor packs. So these were done in, and I'm going to crack them out of the package here because we're actually going to play with them today.
Cool.
These were done in multicolor packs of like green, red.
Yeah, they're like there was like an orange, a green, a blue, a red.
Orange, yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was red. It's like a vibrant orange.
Yeah,
Bright
it was a bright orange.
and these packs specifically now are done in single color, so you get a whole set's worth of a particular color. So in this case, you've got
More silvers.
Yeah, silver. You got the skull dice. Man, this silver is very reflective, by the way. So you got silver, and you got 4 skull and 4 dragon. The symbol being on the 1 there. So we got that in silver, and we've also got. I'm gonna crack these open as well, but we got this glitter. Green dice, and these you may recognize a little bit because this is actually the same color scheme that we used for
gelatinous, right?
Yeah. Gelatinous, another cool, successful game that we have. So if you like the gelatinous dice, because the gelatinous dice are a little bit smaller.
They're what 12 millimeter?
millimeters. So we do
They're
different
like
sizes.
Pack of small D6s.
Yeah, they're
a nice,
smaller
good,
set.
like slimy looking color because
Yep.
that translucent green with the bits in it.
Yeah, and they're great. You get a ton of them in that set.
Yeah.
But if you want something a little bit larger, I think this is a great option because these are really effectively the same type of dice, color wise, but obviously you got a cool new symbol on it, and they're just a little bit chunkier.
Yeah.
You get the skull, you get the
They're a lot
dragon.
chunkier.
I love this color scheme, by the way. The yellow and the green is just perfect. So this is like green glitter, is what it's called. On
Yeah.
this.
I already got a new comment asking about the new Chupacabra reprint dice. I don't think we have those up here, do we?
Yes, we do. I will show those in just a sec. Not a reprint. I'll explain in a second.
Great.
We got the skull and dragon dice there. This is a cool series of dice that we've been doing.
So we announced these at NordCon back in the spring.
Yes, and you may have seen these. We've actually played with these on stream previously, or I showed them off. We did a Warehouse 23 like special where we showed a bunch of stuff off. And we have ocean dice. So this is a whole set. They're not called ocean dice in the package. They're all called individual stuff, but it's like a series. They all have the same colors involved.
Yeah.
But there's different
Like
different
seahorses
creatures.
and killer whales
That's
and
the starfish
Exactly.
dice.
And this is Starfish. This is the one that just dropped this week, which is Starfish. We've got orcas, I believe, coming. Killer whales may be out already. I can't remember which ones have come out and which ones haven't on the top of my head. But there's sharks, I believe, has already come out. We've got the killer whale dice coming, turtle dice. I believe turtle is out already. Those are all, again, all this stuff is on Warehouse 23. I wanted to make sure that it was stuff that you guys could actually get a hold of. Some people may have backed our
octopus is out.
octopus out.
Starfish is out. Shark is out. Turtle is out.
Yep. Okay. So most of them are out.
Seahorse and killer whale are still to come.
Those are the two that are out. I knew there was a couple that were still off. If you've backed our dice store in the past, you may have also seen these on there because these were available through the dice store. So here's the Starfish dice. So they all have the Starfish symbol on them, as you can see there. But you actually get 3 different colors here, which is it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but there's in person it's a lot clearer. You get these solid blue dice. You get these kind of greenish blue dice, these like kind of seafoam almost.
Yeah.
And then these are just straight light blue. It's probably a little bit easier to tell when you do like this. Or actually when you do it like this, you can probably see it a little bit better because it's separated by.
Yeah, and so the blue ones aren't the blue ones are opaque and the other two are translucent.
Exactly. Yeah. So these are translucent, the blue ones are opaque. So that's that set. But here's my favorites. I want to save these to the end because my favorite set of dice, one of my favorite sets of dice that we do, are Halloween dice.
Of course, yeah.
Jack-o'-lantern dice.
Yep.
Listen, I'm not that predictable. I am not predictable.
You are that predictable.
So we did Halloween dice. There's a whole set of those, and they're black and orange. They look great.
And orange and black.
Orange and black. Yeah, you get inverted colors on those. Those are great. It's a great set of dice. I highly recommend it. We also did a nano game for that as well.
That one was with the dragons one?
Exactly, with the dragons, which went with the dragon and the skull, which I don't know if those are on Warehouse 23 yet. You can double check that for me, but that is that was a Kickstarter. Once we have extra, that if it's not on there now, it will be on there.
Right.
But we did some new versions of the Halloween dice. These are polybagged, so these don't actually have like a cardboard packaging to them, similar to these silver dice. Not all of our stuff has cardboard package. Some of it just comes.
Some of it's just the Dirt Warehouse 23 stuff doesn't always have packaging.
Exactly. So the first color for this is we've got glitter orange.
Those are nice.
And I love again. I like our dice are cool because the symbols are really clear. You can and usually it's just on the one, but some of our dice that we do a full different symbols on every single dice face, and these have some of the most unique faces to them because each of them is a jack-o'-lantern with a different look to it. And it's just awesome.
They're also pretty easily readable though.
Super easily readable. Like even though they're very different, they're very cool. So this is orange.
Because sometimes you get that problem with stylized dice where they're very stylized but not very readable.
Yeah. I think a lot of our dice have been very good about that. If you like stylized dice, another set I don't have it here, but I have shown it on the stream before. Circuit dice.
Yeah, those
beautiful
are cool.
dice.
Those are cool.
Those circuit dice and Halloween dice, 2 of my favorite dice sets.
Those I really like that color because it's not like perfect. A super bright orange. It feels very pumpkin-y.
We have this particular dice set we have completely nailed because the original one was black and orange.
Yeah.
Which you have to start with black and orange.
Right,
It's Halloween. Now we go into yellow and orange. You got this cool like glittery color and glow in the dark. One of my favorite dice. Glow in the dark dice in general, some of my favorite dice, but glow in the dark Halloween dice, it's perfect. I can't. Yeah. I'm not gonna be able to show you the glow effect here. I have put these under lights, held them in my hand. They are green. They're beautiful.
Yeah, I don't think we could get them on the cameras.
Yeah, we could turn it off, but then we'd have to start the stream back over probably based on all the stuff that's plugged in.
We couldn't turn off any master switches. We'd have to go individually.
Yeah. So
maybe on another time.
You're gonna have to trust me on this one.
Yeah.
They glow and they look great. They just look awesome. Yeah. You're gonna do them? You're gonna test it?
Oh yeah, no,
they glow great.
They look pretty good,
and it's cool because the main part of the die is the glow part.
Yeah, it's not just the pip or anything. Yeah. It's the die itself.
So we're gonna use these to play some games here. But before we get started, I am gonna show this off. So another thing that just came in stock. This actually just stock today is Chupacabra. So this is not a reprint. I want to be clear about that. This is not like a new edition of Chupacabra or anything like that. This is just Chupacabra, the game as it was. Oddly enough, when we printed Chupacabra, it's been years back now at this point. We printed a bunch of extra dice, and so we've had a bunch of extra Chupacabra dice, replaced with stuff like that. But also just we had a lot of extra dice. So essentially, we've packaged it with the rule set in here. And are selling it on Warehouse 23 because that's all you need to play the game Chupacabra. It does not come with the cup. It does not come with like a box or anything like that. That's why it's a Warehouse 23 exclusive. It's just the game itself. You get the rule sheet. You get all the dice. I'll pull some of the dice out here for people that haven't seen Chupacabra dice. If you're a fan of stuff like zombie dice, things like that, this is kind of in that same vein. It's a really quick dice game that you throw down. You just throw down and play. The idea is you're trying to steal your opponent's dice. There's goats on some sides of the dice, and there's Chupacabra eyes. That's kind of your that represents the Chupacabra stealing the goats kind of
Yeah,
thing.
there's goats, there's chickens, there's
Goats, chickens,
and
yeah, a
cattle.
lot of different animals on there. And the dice faces, those also glow in the dark. This one's a little bit different. They're not molded in that plastic. It's like a painted on thing.
Yeah.
But similar to the glow effect, the same kind of glow effect on it. But yeah, this is available now. It's there's not a million copies of it since it's based on excess stock that we've had.
We found some excess stock. Of
Yeah,
dice.
exactly. There's a good amount of it though. So if you want to get a copy of Chupacabra, I know there's been a lot of people asking on social media about Chupacabra in the past. If you missed out and you want to get a copy of it, now's a great time. It's only $10. It's like it's like if you want a quick dirty dice game that's a lot of fun, like a zombie dice type game, this is a perfect buy. $10, you get the dice. If you want something cool to store it in, like you don't want to just store it in a plastic bag, check out the dice bags. That's like
we got a lot of dice bags.
Another $10. Essentially you spend like $20 and you get like a whole thing plus a cool dice bag to go along with it. Also, a great time to tell you to take advantage of the Halloween sale. Oh, yeah. We have the Halloween sale that launched on Monday. It's running through Halloween. Oddly enough, crazy, Wild. So there's discounts on lots of stuff. There's also freebies. So you get you hit different tiers. I think it starts at $15, goes all the way to $100. If you spend $100 more on physical items, you'll get all the stuff extra. And there's a bunch of extra stuff. There's like I want to say there's dice, there's promos. I believe all the way at the top you get a GURPS book.
There's this guy.
That's on sale.
On sale right here.
Chibi Thulu's on sale. It's half off, I want to say. So it's if you missed out on the Chibi Thulu, great time to get that one.
He's one of my favorite ones that we did.
Yeah, that one.
Him and the zombie.
Yeah, so that's
and the original one.
But. The Halloween Chibi Thulu is still available. It is half off during the sale. There's a lot of discounts. Imagine what would be on sale during Halloween, and that's probably what you'll find on sale. Things like Munchkin Cthulhu, Munchkin zombies, things of that nature. Anything horror themes, look for deals on that stuff. Spooky stuff, yeah. And then again, freebies. So spooky stuff's on sale, freebies with your orders. So now's a great time to get stuff like your dice, especially the Halloween dice. You gotta get them. I'm gonna use these in my games. That's awesome. So, did we have another question before we got started with the games, Brandon?
I don't see any questions.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, if you do have any questions, pop in, let us know. We're not going to play Chupacabra because I feel like that's not great two-player. You kind of want at least Chupacabra. No. But we are going to go through a couple games here in Random Fun Generator, and I believe we've done this before. This is Bunker Buster.
Okay.
So we're trying to destroy cannons. We each need 9 dice. Since we have so many cool dice, it doesn't really matter which ones we have. So you can set 9 of the same ones if you want, or if you want to...
Let's see. I'll get 3 of those, and we'll get 3 of these, and I guess 3 of the blue ones.
Yeah.
I left you. I know you needed the blue one.
I'm gonna take some green ones. So we're Halloween, we're glow, and we are pumpkin. So at the start of the game, you take set aside 6 of your dice to show the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm gonna use my green dice for this one. I'll try to put them on the overhead here so we can at least. See our dice. 1, 2, there's 3.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And I'll get another green die.
4, no, 4, 5.
So we can have all my. Oh no, I don't have enough greens. I'm gonna steal one of your green dice. You can swap it out with something else.
All right.
Sorry. It's just because I don't have 3 and 3 to put out here. So there. We'll throw those out there. So these are our. I'm gonna pull the extra dice off. These are our 6. This is our bunker essentially. Sorry, those are your cannons, excuse me. So we're trying to shoot our cannons at each other, and this represents our cannons. And then we should have, after our 6 here, we should have 3 left over. Yes, I'll just use the 3 Halloween dice, I guess.
We'll go 1.
Cool. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I'm sorry. Then you make 3 pairs using these dice. Sorry, each pair represents a cannon. So so we now make pairs of each dice. And we actually make those however we want. So it doesn't have to be 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So like this. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So... Each one of those, so we have 3 cannons each. I'm sorry, yeah, that was my mistake. I'm gonna set this like, I think I'm actually gonna set it like this and see how it looks.
Okay.
It means that some of my cannons are gonna be a little bit weaker. So essentially, the way it works is these cannons, that's how much life they have.
Okay.
But the number on them indicates how you can hit them essentially. So what we're gonna be doing is rolling 3 dice. Right now we're rolling 3 dice. We're rolling 1 dice for each cannon that we control.
Okay.
So I've got 3 cannons. You've got 3 cannons.
Right.
And then whatever we hit on our dice, we'll actually get to determine what we hit. We have to match one of the cannons.
So the total of your dice has to match the cannons.
What you can change, you can actually mix it up. So like if I rolled like a 3 and like a 11 somehow.
So I do not want to make all mine 7.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't roll 3 7s though.
I can't roll 3 7s, true.
But it's going to take at least 2 dice. So actually 3 7s isn't terrible because when you think about it this way.
Yeah.
If I'm rolling 3 dice,
right.
to do 7, I have to use at least 2 dice.
True.
And that means I can never hit 2 of your cannons if you have all 7s there.
Well, that's true. All right, well,
it's a thought.
If you're doing that way, we'll try this way and see.
Yeah, let's see what happens. That's kind of like all these games, because they're pretty straightforward. But they have different strategies to them. Like, this is a very simple game for the most part. So what happens is, so there's 2 phases. To start the phase around each player, so it's kind of simultaneous. We both roll 3 dice, or 1 dice for every cannon. Again, we have 3 cannons each, so it's 3 dice now. And you try to match your shots to the value of your cannons. You may use 1 die or the sum of 2 dice to find a match. Each die or set of dice you can match to one of your cannons allows that cannon to fire the next phase. Oh no, you're trying to match your own cannon. So yeah, you don't want them. You don't want yours to be like that.
Oh,
my bad. You're trying to match your cannons, not your opponent's cannons.
Okay.
You know what I'm mixing it up with was the Battleship game from the first book, because we played that. It's similar to that, but not exactly the same. So you essentially see which cannons you can fire. You match it on the cannons, and it deals 1 damage based on how many cannons you can fire. Once you determine how much damage you're dealing, you go to phase 2, resolve the damage, and you get to decide which cannon takes the damage. So I can decide if I dealt damage to you, I decide which one of your cannons takes the damage, and vice versa. And that's kind of where the tactics come in a little bit more, because if you don't want me to hit certain numbers, or again, having everything set to 7 would actually be, like you thought in the beginning, was actually bad.
Right,
which you were correct on that. If it was inverted, the way I thought it was, it would be fine.
So do you have to hit the number of your cannon exactly, or at least that?
You want to actually match the number on the cannon.
Got it.
Which this is kind of tough, because that's a huge number, but that also means this one has a ton of life points.
Yeah.
So the way it works with damage is so let's say you dealt damage to me, you would choose which of my cannons took the damage, and you just adjust the die by subtracting 1 from its value.
Okay. So each time you hit a cannon, it goes down by 1.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, and if it's down to 1 die, then it still counts as a cannon, so it'll still be there. But that's just how it works. Okay, so I'm gonna roll here so you can see some of the dice. And you guys should roll in there too, since you got different dice.
All right.
Yeah, it actually works out. So I've got a 5 and a 6, so I can actually shoot that cannon. And a 4, but unfortunately the 4 doesn't actually match up with anything. But the 5 and the 6 does let me fire one of my cannons.
Let's see. I've got a 1 and a 3.
Nice.
Which I can fire that one with.
Okay.
Actually, so I can fire that with a 4 as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you have to match exactly.
Just the value.
It's just match the value.
Not really useful because I can't use that anywhere else. So firing 1 cannon doesn't matter.
Firing 1. So I'm also firing 1. So now we resolve the damage. So I get to choose where I want to knock the damage off of. So I could try to attack your big one, but I kind of don't want to. I kind of like the.
Because that's hard for me to roll, so you kind of want to leave it there. I get it.
It's kind of like I want you to just have. I'm gonna actually knock one off your middle cannon.
Okay.
Because 7 is the most average number. I'd rather you just not have that option.
Got it.
Where would you like to hit?
Let's go for the low hanging fruit. Let's take one off.
So you're just trying to get rid of my one cannons. Okay,
get 1 dice out of there.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Okay, so next round, boom. I'm getting a lot of 5s and. Oh, you actually helped me. So this 6 and 5 can fire this cannon, and I got a 2 to fire that cannon.
Okay.
See that, and that's where some of it comes in because it makes it a little bit easier to fire the cannon if I get just a random one shot. What'd you get?
So let's see. I have 7, which you keep me from firing that.
Oh,
one, looks
nice. But you do have a 4
like. I do have a 4.
or a 6. It doesn't really matter though.
It's either way. It's still one cannon because it's got
Yep.
it can't go over, right? So
you get to shoot. You get to shoot once. I get to shoot twice.
Yep.
So my first shot, I'm gonna knock one here because I want to start knocking that down.
So it doesn't really matter. Like we're fire the cannons regardless of their value.
Yeah. There's not like an initiative or anything like that. It's
It's like even if I take this cannon out, you still fire it because it still went off.
Yeah, because the first. So you determine which cannons fire in the first
You're
round.
bringing this one down, the low one down by 1.
Yep, and then I'm gonna knock that down as one more because now that it's already into 1 die territory, I'd like to have a competition between those two.
Okay. We'll go ahead and take out your 7 down to 6.
Okay, I thought you were gonna take me down to a 1 where I could just get an extra
Just a
cannon
snake
shot.
eye? No.
Well, now if I get a 2 and a 6, I get 2 cannons too.
Oh.
1 and a 6. That ain't it. You got a lot of low dice. Well, I can fire the 6. Unfortunately, this one's a problem, so I can only fire once.
I can still only fire once.
So hey, you can still fire once though.
Yep. So we're gonna go for your middle one again.
Okay. I'm gonna go for your low one. I think I'm gonna knock you down.
Bring me down to snake eyes on that.
Yeah, bring me down. I want to start knocking that out completely. See, leaving this is gonna be really annoying.
It's bouncy.
It is. 2, 3, and a 4. Dang. I think I can only fire one. I'm gonna fire the 2, I guess, because this is 7. That doesn't really do it.
Got a 5, but I can't shuffle these around anywhere else that will actually let me use them.
I'm gonna fire at your small one.
All right, so that's down to 1. I am going to fire at your large one.
Okay. Well, now that's kind of annoying. Okay. 6, 2, 2. Okay.
6, 6, and 2.
Oh, this is actually tough. I don't think I can fire. No, I got a 2. I can fire once.
I cannot fire.
I'm taking out that low cannon. So now you're only rolling 2 dice.
All right.
1, 3, 2. So I can fire this one.
I can fire this one.
Okay, I'm gonna hit. Let's hit. You're rolling 2 dice, so I'm gonna hit this.
I'm bringing down 1.
Where would you like to hit?
3. We're gonna go ahead and
Nuke
pop
one
that
of
one.
them?
Nuke that one down.
Makes sense. Cannons away.
5.
Got another 5 and a 7.
Or
we can fire.
4.
I can fire twice.
I can fire this one.
Okay. What would you like to hit?
We'll go ahead and bring it down to 2 dice.
Nuke it, and then I'm gonna hit that one twice.
So bring it down to 2, and then down to snake eyes.
Yep. So now I'm just down to 2 dice like you. But I've actually kind of helped you a little bit because I made it one easier. So 8 and a 5. I can fire once.
I can fire once.
I'm gonna hit one of your ones there.
Okay. We will go ahead and bring the big one down 1.
Okay. So 9. Here we go. 6. Oh no, I can't fire. Oh no.
A 9. Neither can I.
Yeah. Nice. 6 and what do you got?
6 and 2.
6 and 6. Oh no.
Still can't fire.
Okay. 5 and 5. I can not. No, I can fire once. I can fire
I
one.
can fire once.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit your small one.
I'm gonna hit your small one. Here we go.
And I'm out of the game now.
You're right. Yeah.
Well, until you bring that cannon down within to 6. At
I
least.
believe there is a rule for this one though. Actually.
Because I can't roll 10 on a die.
Yeah. No, I know.
So we could just skip a lot of rounds and take it down to a 6.
Yeah. Go ahead and knock it down to 6 on that one.
We'll skip 4 rounds because
Yes.
you'll target it 4 times, and I'll miss
Exactly.
every time, and
Yeah.
it's down to a 6.
Which is kind of the shorthand of that anyway.
Yep.
1 and a 4. I can
4.
fire once.
I cannot.
I'll hit it once.
All right.
So I'm making it easier now. You just kind of hit 1 die potentially. 5, 3. Nope, nothing there. 2,
Nope.
2. I can actually fire. So knock it down 1 more. Looks like we've
4.
reached the end game.
Yeah.
5 and
Nope.
a 3. Nope, nothing here. 2 and a
4.
6. That doesn't do it either.
Not a
4.
4.
I can fire it.
Okay, it's down to 3.
Did you get a 4?
I did not. Hey, it's
Hey,
a 3. I can shoot.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, so
Hitting
we'll.
the 3.
Where you at? Yeah.
Okay. Boom.
Nope.
Nope here either. 3. I
Yep.
got one.
I got one too. We'll hit your
Dang
low
it.
one.
Okay. I will hit your low one as
My
well.
only
Your only
one.
one. We're getting down to the nitty gritty
Nope.
on this. 1, 5. Nope.
Nope.
No, that was the exact same roll.
Nope.
4. Nope. Man, I'm 1 off.
Nope.
6 and 4. Dang, I'm 1 off again.
Nope.
5. Still no. You just can't hit one
Nope.
number, can you?
Yeah, I just gotta hit a 2.
Yeah.
Wait. That was a 6 and a 2, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I can fire once. Yeah.
Yep.
So now you just have to
Down
hit
to
1.
1.
Let's see it. Where's my 2? There it is. I got you.
All right.
Cool.
So how
that
many,
is-
how many players does that go up
Bunker
to?
Brush. That's only a 2-player. That's why I
2-player?
wanted to pick that one specifically.
I think you could maybe do that. Well,
you could.
it's not house rule or anything just yet.
Yeah.
But
So one additional, I'm not going to play this one here, but I wanted to show this one on camera.
Yeah.
Something that is specifically in this version of, or in this sequel.
Yeah.
There are certain games that have like boards in the game, which you can use. Like there's like these, like this one is called Leader of the Back, and it has there's an actual board associated. Some of them use decks of cards and stuff like that. So there are things that use other things other than dice. We're not actually going to play those on this episode, simply because I wanted to just show off the dice parts of it. And the focus is mostly dice games. But there are some that use other things in them. So I believe you might remember this one, Jimmy, because this is a deduction game that we played a while back. And this was... sorry, I didn't actually tag my pages here. 3rd degree, here it is. 6 standard 6-sided dice, 1 opaque cup not required, but you can hide dice, but we don't actually need it. And theoretically, pencil and paper for notes. I don't think we actually need the pencil and paper for notes. It's
Okay.
more of a mental note thing. At the start of the game, choose one player to be the crook and the other player to be the detective. Which would you like to be? I feel like you have more of a detective look to you.
all right.
I could say gentleman crook as well. I don't know. Could be either or.
With all this, maybe the detective, and so just the mustache. You know.
True. So you'll be the detective. I'll be the crook.
Okay.
That kind of lines up personality wise for me anyway. So there's only 2 rounds and 2 turns. We'll both be playing both just to compare.
Okay.
That's how it works. So we need 6 dice.
Okay.
You pick the dice. I'll let you pick whichever ones. Nice. So you went with all silver. So we're doing. I'm gonna throw them in the dice tray so people can see them. We're doing silver meeple and silver dragon. Let's see. So to start the turn, the crook sets 2 sides in secret to any values they choose and keeps them hidden.
Okay.
These are the crime dice. Ooh,
You're setting them to.
Ooh, here? I'm gonna actually switch one of the dragon dice for a meeple. So there's 2 crime dragon dice.
Okay.
And then 4 meeple dice.
Got it.
Let's see. So
So you're setting the 2 dragon dice, the crime
I'm
dice,
setting
whatever settings.
I'm setting my two dragon dice to crime dice to whatever values.
Okay.
And I'll let the people at home see what I set them to.
I will hide my.
Jimmy,
dice
don't
screen
look.
over. I'm not looking.
Cheater.
I'm looking over this one.
He's a cheater, guys. So that's what I've set it to. I'll throw them on the side camera too, so people can kind of see that. That is what we've set them to here. And then we'll keep them hidden from Jimmy. Okay, and now you take the remaining 4 dice, and these are evidence dice.
Okay.
So essentially, what you're doing is you're going to be rolling the dice. You have done this with me before, specifically. So what you're doing is you're rolling dice, and based on what dice faces you have, you're going to be asking a set of questions to try to figure out which dice that I've set
Okay.
to commit my crime.
Got it.
So this is if I remember correctly, I believe I said last time this is my favorite game from this book. So we may play this more than once.
All right.
I like deduction games though, so that's the thing. So you take the remaining 4 evidence and rolls one of them. So we'll roll in there. Good start, Jimmy.
It's the
I'm
bouncy on the bouncy.
I'm gonna be honest.
There you go.
This is not looking like a good start to the
We got
investigation.
2.
So it's a 2. Good.
This
Also,
must be
thanks
an
for choosing the
investigative
die that
comedy.
shows up the least. Great
We
background.
we can swap them out to.
Yeah, we'll use green dice for
Oh,
those.
those pop
feel
those pop really well.
good.
Okay, yeah, yeah, we'll use those.
Cool. So then you ask one of the following questions about the result. So this is kind of where the game is the question you ask.
Got it.
The questions are: is either crime die greater than X? So X is whatever the die you
Whatever I
roll.
rolled. Okay.
Are both crime dice less than X? Are both crime dice greater than X? Are both crime dice X? Is the sum of the crime dice less than X? Is the sum of the crime dice greater than X? Is the sum of the crime dice odd? It must be an odd number to ask that question.
Right.
And is the sum of the crime dice even? Which you don't beat even die. The clerk must answer truthfully with only yes or no. So again, they listed out because they need to be yes or no questions. You can't ask like really vague stuff.
So let me see the questions here.
Feel free.
Just have a quick rundown.
Mhm.
All right.
So you rolled a 2.
I rolled a 2.
I'm gonna get away with it, guys.
So is either greater or both? Are
You only
both
get to ask one question.
only one
Only
question?
one per die
Yeah.
roll.
Are both crime dice greater than 2?
No.
Okay.
Dang it.
So then this die is set aside.
Guys, we may not get away with.
All right. So
That was a good roll.
then
to
I can do
start
anything
off
following. I
with.
can roll another evidence die, or I can ask another question, or I can guess the total value of the crime dice.
That's the catch. Is he has to figure out what the total value is.
Right.
It doesn't matter if he figures out what. I mean, it matters if he figures out what one of the dice is because that's obviously going to help him find the total
will help.
value. But yeah.
So I know that at least one of the crime dice is 2 or less. So I'm going to roll. I'm not going to try to do this on a single question, so we'll roll
But this
again.
is the fun part. You have a limited number of things you can ask because you only have 4 dice that
Right.
you actually get to roll. So you have to be really careful on how you ask your questions.
Yep. 6.
That is probably the second best thing you can roll.
Yeah. Is the sum of the crime dice greater than 6?
No.
All right, so at least one of them is 2 or less, and their total is 6 or less. Okay,
Sounds like
so narrowing it down.
Detective Jimmy over here. Another fun thing about this that I didn't mention, I definitely didn't mention this last time, but I have thought about this game quite a bit since we played it last time. This is weird. I don't know why I've thought about this game so much. I like deduction games, guys. But one thing I thought about was increasing or decreasing the difficulty for like people that are really good at asking those types of questions and stuff. You could just take a die out and be like, okay, it's now harder for the detective. Or you can, if you have kids or something like that are bad at these types of games, just have an extra die.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is you play this in rounds. Like we'll both play as the detective.
Yeah.
You score a point for like if you guess correctly, you get a point plus 1 point for each unused die.
Yeah. So the more you do get you there is a benefit to going faster essentially. But if you really want to make it harder, I think you need 4 dice to really make it good.
Yeah.
If you do 3, it's kind of guessing. But I think for kids or something like that, if they're just bad at it, having an extra die.
Yeah, you could give them a handicap.
Because I mean, Clue. I remember being bad at Clue. 6.
Right, so that's a 6 again. So I know neither one's greater than 6. I almost know they're both
Rolling
greater
the
than
second 6 isn't that great, actually. I think in this situation.
Are both crime dice greater than 6? I know that's not true. Is the sum odd? Is the sum even? Let's go with that. Is the sum of the crime dice even?
It is.
Okay. So it is 6 or less. It's even. So it's 2, 4, or 6.
You haven't gotten as much information as I thought you would at this point. It's interesting.
You're a little limited in what you can
For
do.
sure.
So,
Like
I know
after the first question though, when you got that first question, I'm like, he's gonna nail it in like 2. He's got me.
So it's the answer is that it's 2, 4, or 6 because it is 6 or less. One of the die at least is 2 or less, right? Because the first question was are both
Yep. That's correct.
either crime die greater than 2.
It's 2 or less, and the second question is one of the dice. Or is the sum? Yeah. You already asked.
Because the first one I asked was is are both less than 2.
Yeah.
Or no, are both greater than 2, and you said no.
Mm-hmm.
So which means one of them is a 1, because it's not. Oh no, it could be a 2.
A 2 or a 1.
2 or 1. So it's 2, 4, or 6. One of them is a 1 or a 2. So it either means they're both odd or they're both even.
It's close.
Yeah.
You got to see what that last. I'm
they're-
assuming you have to do one more die roll here.
If they're, well, I'm gonna think through this a lot. So if they're both even,
That's why I love this.
it's a 2 and a
This
4.
is such a simple game.
Yeah.
It is 6 dice and that list of questions.
Yeah.
And you are like running through your
Yeah.
head like.
Well, I'm gonna talk about. So if it's a 2, if one of them, because one of them is a 2 or a 1. So if it's a
Yes.
2, then the other one has to be a 4 because it can't be more than 6. So it'd be a 2 and a 4, or rather the total would have to be 6. If it's a 1, then the other one would have to be. Well, they could both be a 2, so it could be a 4. But if it's a 1, then the other one would have to be a 3 or a 5. So we're looking at it's 4 or 6 are the more likely answers, unless both of them are. So let's see if we can determine if both of them are low. We got a 1. We know they're.
This is like that the Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr. But like it's like where he freeze frames in his head and he starts breaking down
Right,
like a scene. It's like slow motion scenes, but it's Jimmy and Dice. I love this game, guys. This game by itself is worth this book alone.
That
for
one
me. I
won't
love
help.
it.
We know that the sum is greater than 1. We know it's
Jimmy's
not
like-
less than 1.
He's in the tank.
We know they're not both 1. Well, they could both be 1. It's possible. Are both greater than 1?
Was that the question? Or
No, it's are both less than 1.
He's
It's either
thinking about
greater
it,
than
though.
1. Let's go. I think the only useful one we can ask here is: are both crime dice greater than 1?
no.
All right, so one of them is a 1, which means the other one has to be a 3 or a 5.
So
Unless you got snake eyes, but that's.
I mean,
I
I
don't
didn't have
think-
to roll it. I set it to
Oh,
whatever.
you said it to her, yeah. I don't think you said it to snake eyes. That still gives, so that gives us a 4 or a 6. So I'm gonna go with 4 as the total.
It's 6.
It's 6.
It is 6.
5 and 1. All right.
You didn't get it.
All right. So I was incorrect. You get 2 points plus 1 point for each unused evidence die.
So you used all the evidence dice.
So you get 2
I get
points.
2 points. Now you get to be the criminal, the gentleman crook. I was the just the breaking and entering and like slubbing around guy. Now it's time to really get after it. Now I'm also like not a good cop either. So let's be clear about that. Okay, so you get
So you can so you really hunt the prize. We'll switch it
Oh, I need to get him. So you
pumpkin
secretly
dice here.
I can't look. And make sure to show the camera. Make sure they know what you set it to.
do we have? No. We'll go.
Side cam over here.
Just close your eyes for a sec. We're gonna go with.
Pull them back towards you. There you go.
There we go. I think we're gonna go with this and this.
You good?
I'm good.
I was about to do a very bad English accent. I don't know why I decided to default to that. I'm not going to do it though. So we're just going to get started with this investigation. Got a 4. Okay. What gives me the most information here?
Yeah, most people do bad English accents, which is why, like, even when we do Shakespeare stuff, we do not do the accent.
That's fair. Is the sum of the crime dice greater than 4? I should have put that in there so we could see what I roll.
Is the sum of the crime dice greater than 4?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we got one question down. So the sum of the great, so it has to be 5 or more. We
Right.
know that much. Okay. So next question. 2. Interesting. So it has to be 5 or more. So asking less than is not that valuable. Is the sum of the crime dice even? Because I rolled an even number.
No.
Okay, so it's an odd number and it's greater than 4. So it could be 5, 7, 9, or 11. 1.
1. Not really useful.
Oh, that's a tough one. because I could just ask odd, but I know it's odd now.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's a tough one. Because either crime die, obviously. Ooh, actually, no, because it's either. That's the problem.
Yeah, there's a couple of both questions, but most of them are either.
Yeah, that's the issue, is that it's either. I mean, I guess I'll ask, is either crime die greater than X?
Greater than 1?
Greater than 1, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 3, okay. Are both crime dice greater than X? Greater than 3?
No.
Okay. So both crime dice are not greater than 3. So one is either 3 or less. And I've narrowed it down to it has to be 5, 7, 9, or 11. And one of the numbers is 4 or less. 7.
It is 5.
Oh, it was either 5 or 7. I was near. It was either 5 or 7 because one of them had to be. I mean, it could have been 9, but unlikely. I mean, it could have been, but
Yeah, because one of them, at least one of them had to be a 3.
yes.
So
I just
you could have been.
Yeah.
It could have been a 9. It was 5, 7, or 9.
It could have been 9 as well. There was no reason for me to think it couldn't be 9, except other than I was trying to think of what Jimmy would do, and I failed.
I originally was going to go with 7, but I can't do 7 on 2d6. It's just too easy.
So one thing to think about is also the value of each number, and how I could have asked those questions a little bit better. So I rolled a 4, 2, 1, and 3. So my first question I think was fine.
Yeah, first one was fine.
2, I think I wasted a little bit.
The odd or even's a pretty good
Odd or
determiner,
even's a
though.
good one, but I think odd and even you want to save in case you roll like a 1 or something, or a 6, like one of those late rolls that could be like because if I'd hit the 1, sure I would have named that. Because when it gets later though, it becomes less valuable. Yeah. It's a good fallback question.
I think where you really stumbled was on the 3.
Ooh,
because you asked, is either one greater than 3?
Both.
Are both greater than 3?
Yeah.
And I think you probably could have gone with a less than on that.
Well, if I had done that, I would have been more on the lane for. So either way I go on that, it negates one of them. So if I go greater than, it says that it's not 11.
Right.
If I go less than, it no, sorry. If I go greater than, it says it's not 11. If I go less than.
Well, you'd asked if both are less than.
Yeah.
I'd had to say yes. And
yep, you're right. Nope, you're exactly right.
Now, general purpose, I don't know if it makes a difference either way. For the specific case, that one would have revealed it.
That specific thing would have revealed it. You're right. Yep. You're right. Dang it! I love this game. It's so stupid and easy, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah. So that is that one. Let's see if there's another one here. Yeah, here's this Carnivorous. I don't actually think we got to play this. It was called Carnivorous.
Okay.
This is another one where it's just 2 players. So these are both all 2-player games that we were playing.
Yeah,
2. Exactly. 5 dice per player. I'm gonna take all the Halloween dice.
Of course you are. I'm gonna go with these nice big green ones.
So this is another one where we keep our results hidden. You choose one of your dice. So you on each turn we roll our dice, keep the results hidden. Choose one of your dice and keep your choice a secret. Once you've done so, reveal your other dice. They no longer need to be concealed to your opponent. When you're both ready, reveal the secret dice at the same time. Higher value dice defeat lower dice, except 1 always defeats a 6. So 6 defeats 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 defeats,
So we roll all of them and keep one secret?
keep all of them secret at first,
Okay.
and then we secretly pick one of the 5.
Okay.
And then reveal the rest of them. So if both people reveal the same number, they both are defeated. Remove the defeated dice from play; they will not be used again. If your dice survive, take it back to your hand for the next turn. As long as both players still have any dice that have not been defeated, play another turn using your remaining dice. The last pair of dice still plays wins. Okay, so
the die we choose is what we compete with. The rest are just to the side. Like we roll, we pick one, and that
yeah, it looks
one's
like
what we
that's the
compete
case.
with.
I want to double check. Yeah, dice play this. There it is. Let's choose dice. Like this is another thing I really like. There's an actual full example of how to play it
Oh, nice. That's so
on each of the games. Oh no, you re-roll it every time.
Right, but when we roll our pool.
Yeah.
We pick one. We reveal that one. We compare those two values and see who wins that round.
Yeah, you just compare one of your dice every
And
round.
whoever loses that round, the die goes away, and then you roll your pool again.
Exactly. That's what it was. Okay.
And
It's a really simple game. The catch is the ones beat sixes.
Yeah,
So
the high die wins, but ties both lose, and ones beat sixes.
Exactly. So there's a little bit of thought that goes into where you're going with this. But you don't want to overthink it too. I'm gonna choose this.
I'm
Ready?
choosing this one. Yep.
6.
5.
Yep, I went for it. So I get to keep this, so now we reroll. Okay.
5.
1. Okay. So that time I overthought it.
What?
Aha! Time you overthought it. Oops. Oh boy. Gotta go for that.
4.
Dang it. Yeah. I didn't overthink that one. I just kind of... Oh, sorry. I keep showing my dice. Oh, let's do this.
6.
Yeah, I had a 1, too. Oh. I did a 1.
Right.
I had a choice there. It was a 1 or a 6. So either one was pretty good.
Yeah.
Are we done with down to 2?
I'm done 2. 3.
Got it. Okay. Now I just have to nuke that last die.
3.
Okay, well. I guess it doesn't matter because we have to put it up. Ah! So that was that one. That is a... So this is kind of Chupacabra-ish. This is almost like if you did Chupacabra for 2-player. But it's a knockout versus a steal.
Knockout versus a steal, yeah.
Yeah, but...
And there's fewer options.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's a fun, fast one. That's why I wanted to try that one out. Because the other ones were... So, the first one we played, the Cannons one, it's a little bit longer, but it doesn't take a ton of, like... It's not a tough game to play.
Right.
This one is your fast, fun, like, if you like Zombie Dice, Chupacabra, stuff like that.
This is a quick, like, all right, make a decision on those 5. All right, go.
Yeah. There's another... Okay, so Cream of the Crap, which is funny. Funny name. This one takes a deck of cards, so we weren't gonna do that. I kind of honestly want to play... Want to just play the deduction game one more time. However, I want to show this one off. This is not one that I'm going to do in ours because it takes this is probably the most involved 2-player game.
Okay.
But I wanted to show people an example of a 2-player game that has some interesting intricacies to it. So it's called Can of Worms. By the way, awesome art from Lynn Peralta did all the art in this book. But this is one of the games. This is 2-player only, 10 dice each. But this one of the games actually uses a board, and this is actually printable on our website as well. The PDF for this is on our site. But you're trying to actually make and there's even more explanation here. You're trying to actually make like sequences and stuff throughout on the board. You're trying to get different rows of stuff, and it shows you exactly how you need to make stuff. It's almost like kind of like area control-ish to a degree, but not exactly. It's really neat. It's a little more involved than I want to jump into on the stream today. But I wanted to show that there are some of these in here that have some really interesting depth to them. let's close it out with one more round of the.
Since we're on a tie on that one right now, 2-2.
Yeah, we're tied. I can't leave it that way, man.
All right.
I'm gonna pull up the question list one more time because I really want to play this game again. Third degree. We're doing it one more time.
All right. So we got 4 of these and
4 of those.
2 of those.
Yeah, let's do the glow in dark dice.
All right, you guessing first?
I guessed first last time. So you guessed first last time. Yeah, sure. I'll guess first. Let's set your dice, criminal. I love this game. And make sure to show them what you got. Brandon, we don't have any questions coming in, do we?
Nope.
Cool. And just make sure if you do want any of these dice, Warehouse 23, they're available right now, plus a bunch of extra dice. I highly recommend selection on there. You good?
Side camera here. So we're going with that and that.
Okay.
All right.
You good?
Good to go.
Okay. Let's see if I can ask the right questions this time. Got a 1. Oops, sorry. Okay. We rolled the 1 early, though.
Yep.
So we could do one of two things. I could do, is either crime... Oh, no, that's stupid.
There's a new viewer asking what was the name of this dice game?
This is Third Degree, and this is my favorite in the book. This is...
Yeah. Is that out of the book?
Random Fun Generator.
Random Fun Generator 2.
2, yep. So actually, I'm going to do this. Oh, this feels like a waste. No, this isn't a waste. Are both crime dice greater than 1?
Are both dice greater than 1? Yes.
Okay. So we're good. Can't be 2. Can't be 3. We're there. First question down. Another one. Okay.
Good for me.
Is the sum of the crime dice odd?
Yes.
Okay, so neither one is less than, so both dice are greater than 1 and it's odd.
Another one.
Nope, 2. 2. Interesting. I think we kind of go up the ladder here. Yeah, the sum wouldn't matter here. Don't need odds or evens. Are both crime dice greater than 2?
Yes.
Okay, so we know it's odd. Now we know they're both greater than 2. So interesting. So they have to be at least 3. So it's odd. Interesting. Okay. So odd. Both crime dice are greater than 2. So the minimum they can be is 3. So they can't be even. So it can't be 2 3s because it can't be 6. But it also can't be a 5 because one of those would have to be 2. So it's either 7, 9, or 11.
So William, you get points if you win based on which role you're playing and how many of the question dice were used up.
7, 9, 11. Are both crime dice greater than 3?
Didn't you just... Oh, you asked that out too. So are both crime dice greater than 3?
I rolled a 3, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so 7 can't be 7 because the only way to get 7 is a 6 and a 1, which can't be a 1 or a 3 and a 4, so they're greater than 3. So we're down to 9 or 11.
And he's trying to guess the total of the dice.
Yep. Both crime dice. I'm going with 11.
It was 9.
Dang it! Oh, so close.
But you sound logic. You were
I was
there.
there. I needed one of these to be not a 1, I think.
So because Hunter was not correct, and I was the criminal.
2 points.
I get 2 points.
Yeah.
Plus 1 for every dice he didn't use, but he used all of them. So far the criminals have won the day.
Last time we played this, it was the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I distinctly remember that we were getting the numbers. And this time we're not.
All right.
But that's not a bad thing. That just
Is
means
there a time limit?
no time limit on that.
You could house rule it, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if you
you could. It doesn't
play
take
till
very
you're
long.
done. Yeah.
I mean, none of us took a very long time. I'm going to set my dice here.
Basically, it says the round is over after each player has played the detective and crook once.
But you can play a different round.
After 2 rounds, the game ends, and the player with the highest score wins. If there's a tie, play another round.
Yep.
It's meant to be short.
In theory, once we finish this, we will have played an entire game's worth because we'll have played 2 rounds of each being the detective and the crook.
Okay, I've chosen my dice. These top. Okay.
All right.
Set?
Yep.
Okay. First roll.
You'll never catch me, Copper.
3. Are both crime dice less than 3?
Yes.
Okay. So we've got 2s and 1s available. Next roll. 1. Are both crime dice greater than 1?
No.
Okay. So we either have snake eyes or a 1 and a 2. So our numbers are 2 or 3.
Guys, I don't know if I'm getting away with this one.
Is the sum of the crime dice odd?
No.
All right. Then if it's even, you have the total is 2. You have snake eyes.
I really, because, okay, he said earlier you wouldn't have said it to Snake Eyes, so I was like, I'll say the Snake Eyes. But if you, that first question, so I was hoping for that first question, and this kind of comes down to like a little bit of luck, a little bit of intuition.
Yeah.
But I was hoping on that first question you would choose higher than 3, because that leaves the door way open.
3 is your midpoint, so you go either way with it.
Yeah, you can go either way. If and there's risk either way. If you say, are they less than, you get a little less information if you're wrong.
Yeah.
But if you go more than, you also have less of a way to, like, less of a range. A 1 and a 2 is like less than.
Yeah.
Only an idiot would have chosen Snake Eyes. So logic was that
Clearly,
way.
I can't set the cup in front of you.
Exactly. So you technically win because
so I get,
what you get.
I get 1 point for being correct as the detective,
Yep,
and
then
1
an
point
additional
for.
point. So that puts you at 6 points, and I would be at 2. I'm only at 2.
4, because you.
No, because yeah, you're right. No.
We both won once as the criminal.
Yeah, no, I haven't won as the criminal. You beat me.
Did I get you the first round?
Or no,
I
no,
didn't.
no.
Guess it.
Yeah, we both won for once the criminal, so that's 2 points.
Yeah.
And then last round, you
I
won
won
as
as
the
the criminal.
criminal. That's another 2 for you.
Yeah.
And now you won as the guy. As
Oh,
guy,
no,
so you
it's
got
6. Okay, yeah.
6 to 2.
Yeah.
You got me, man. So yeah, that is Third Degree, my favorite game in the book. But again, there's tons of games in here, and we keep playing 2-player games. This isn't just like a 2-player game book. This is and
I do like the Karate Kid nature of the cover.
Yeah, we've got the Karate Kid cover. If you've been watching Cobra Kai, that's a pretty referential there. There's lots of games in here, and there's tons that are not related to 2-player games. There's like 3-player games all the way. There's a lot of players supported in here. And what is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like 20 games almost in here, I want to say. There's a lot of games.
And that's part 2.
And this is part 2, yeah. And the first one is also available on OS23. So you can get both these games. All these dice are on there, dice bags, stuff like that, cool accessories. We've been trying to support the dice line quite a bit. We've been doing a lot of cool dice. We hope people have been able to see that, like, a lot of the cool accessories we've been doing. And we want you to have games to play with them, because you can play them with whatever game you want. Like, I throw these, I use these for wargaming all the time, like playing Warhammer, stuff like that. You can use these for like the fantasy trip, melee, wizard, GURPS, all that stuff. Like, these are perfect. These are great for ogre. Just tons of applications for just regular D6s and upgrading your game.
But also the books are good for.
But the books are awesome.
They work with any D6s because they're all D6 based games.
Yes, they're all D6 based games in Random Fun Generator 1 and 2. When you get roll the deck, that'll use some of our more specific, like the pick a card dice. But we also have other specialty dice. We had just had the Phases of the Moon die come out. There's the weather dice, stuff like that. Those are usable in like RPGs and things of that nature. If you want to, pick random, like what there's like even little mini guides that come with them, like the Phases of the Moon. It's like, oh, you're you're trying to do a mission or something in an RPG, say in the fantasy strip or something like that, and how dark it is outside might actually matter. If you're trying to steal something, you're trying to sneak up on someone, the phase of the moon can tell you how bright the moon is.
The one I'm looking forward to is the Futhark dice, the older Futhark dice,
yeah.
the Nordic runes.
That's right.
Because it's going to come with a booklet, kind of like the Zodiac die did, that we use to like generate character backgrounds.
Yes.
The same sort of thing with this. So I'm excited for that one to come out.
Yeah, and if you want to check that out, that's an episode we actually did a while back. That's on YouTube as a replay. We did a Zodiac. Did we do 2 sessions of that? We might have done 2 sessions. I can't remember.
I know we did at least one for one where we created TFT characters with like it was a 2-parter. We carried the concepts and then we actually made the characters in the game.
That's right. That was fun. That was really fun. The Zodiac die is great for that if you like specialty dice. It's super fun for making your characters. I think
it gives you good jumping off points for like
we actually made
personalities
really cool characters with that one. And the what's it called again? The
Futhark.
The Futhark.
That one's going to work the same way, but for
they're basically
Nordic
the
stuff.
runes, the rune.
Yeah,
the Nordic runes.
So keep an eye out for that one as well. But yeah, unless there's any questions, I think that'll be it for this week. Brandon, any questions pop up while we were closing out there?
There was a question earlier, which was, would the Chupacabra dice be an add-on for the Roll the Deck Kickstarter?
No, these are not. They're not
enough
in our. Well, it's not in our fulfillment over there.
Oh,
it's not necessarily where we're shipping
I don't
from.
think there's enough of them.
There might not be enough of them either. I don't 100% know, but no, those won't.
It's in a different warehouse.
Yeah, those won't be an add-on most likely. I don't think they will be. Phil may prove me wrong, and they may end up on there. We'll see what Daryl and Phil decide.
We have not heard anything.
But we've not heard that they are going to be. They are available on Warehouse 23 right now, though. And are part of that. But yeah.
Other than that, there's just a comment. Someone likes the bullet dice.
Awesome. Yeah, bullet dice still around. You can get that in on their own or in Z-Shot. They are available in that game. That was actually kind of their big premiere almost, was the Z-Shot game.
He's back. Yeah,
there they go. Throw some of those on there.
Check out all the dice.
Yeah, bullet dice are great. And we have more coming. Like I said, we have Jimmy mentioned it before. We have more of the ocean dice coming with orcas. Turtles are on their way. Seahorses are coming out. A lot of new designs coming. Even more stuff down the pipe. So keep an eye out for more dice, more accessories, more fun stuff that we're doing. And next week we are off. We won't be streaming next Thursday.
That's already, isn't it?
Yep, it's already happening. And then the week, but we'll be back the week after that and kind of revving up for Halloween. We got some fun stuff planned. We'll see about playing some older games, a pocket box even that I haven't even had a chance to play myself. I'm really excited to try it out because it's a little more in depth. I'd say this is like one of our light weeks where we get to play a bunch of different lighter games.
Yeah.
That one's going to be a little more in depth, playing something more involved, kind of like when we're playing Ogre or something along those lines. So that'll be fun. We're keeping it a surprise for now, but stay tuned for more Halloween-y themed content coming up.
Spooky stuff.
Spooky stuff, yeah.
Speaking of,
yes,
the Munchkin cosplay contest.
Yes, thanks for bringing it up, Brandon. I almost forgot. The Munchkin cosplay contest is going on right now. That is actually has cash prizes as well as some cool signed products from Steve. So Steve will actually sign some games for the winners. Well, top three as winner, second, and third place. All you have to do is enter using our form. There's a form that I'm sure Brandon will post in the comments below. And you're already, it's already Halloween. You might as well, if you're already dressing up, feel free, just shoot us a picture of what your costume is and you're entered, might as well try and win some cash.
Yeah. Tweak it slightly to be a Munchkin monster or character or something.
And remember, it's Munchkin. There's tons of stuff you can reference that would make sense.
We've made a little bit of it over the years.
Yeah, I mean, if you
could choose from.
Yeah, exactly. So you can check that out. I guess some other stuff to mention. Our Discord is open. We've been we had a lot of people joining that. FNORDCon 6 Digital's coming up in November. So stay tuned for more information on that.
And we just opened up something new.
Yeah, we got TikTok now. Irene, you may have seen her. She's a MIB who's done other stuff with us. She was at FNORDCon in person this past spring. She's also done events with us at other conventions and things like that. And she is doing TikToks for us now. And she has a couple up now. If you have TikTok or are interested in checking that kind of content out, short form video stuff, she's doing really awesome stuff over there. And she also did a video about the cosplay contest, a little short TikTok on that where
cool.
She brought on Mr. Bones.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's cute. She has a skeleton with the top hat on, and that's what I'm saying. Stuff like that, that's hilarious. If you want to just put on skull face paint and the top hat, look, you're Mr. Bones. Skull mask, just do fun stuff. She has some great examples. If you check that TikTok out, she has some examples of things that maybe are lower effort. You don't have to do a ton, like insurance salesman and stuff like that. So there's some options that are still munchkin-y that aren't necessarily what you're thinking of. It doesn't always have to be spike and flower and stuff like that.
Right,
so.
right.
So a lot of options there. But yeah, check out our TikTok, check out our Discord. We're all over the place. We got all sorts of stuff going on. Be nice to Irene. She's new and is awesome, doing great stuff over there. So drop a line and say hi to her. But yeah, guys, if you don't have any other questions, we won't be back next week, but we'll be back the week after with more stuff. Have a good day. See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.